Hello, I'm Elise Poyam, registered dietitian. Welcome to our first nutrition class. Today I'm going to talk about just general nutrition. Well, more specifically, I'm going to talk about eating a healthy diet. Eating a healthy diet is an act of self care. Unfortunately, we often will make sure that others are taken care of. We're the caregivers, but often we neglect to take care of some of our own basic needs. So I really want to focus on the importance of taking the extra time to prepare for eating healthy, which again is a type of self care that we all need for physical and mental well being. During this presentation, we'll talk about the components of a healthy diet, and I'll also review tips for healthy snacks and healthy meal planning. So, a healthy diet should consist of a variety and balance. If there's any diet plan that you're considering that recommends that you avoid complete food groups, like if there's a plan that recommends that you avoid all carbohydrates, or if the plan recommends that you avoid all meats, these are diet plans that you should steer clear of. A healthy diet is a very inclusive plan. All foods can fit into a healthy meal plan. The key is that there's, again, variety and balance. Actually, the more variety, the more likely you are to meet your nutrient needs each day. For an example, we all know that bananas are a great source of potassium. Oranges are a great source of vitamin C. Milk, of course, is an excellent source of calcium. Let's see, carrots here are a great source of vitamin A. Broccoli is a terrific source of a lot of nutrients, but there's a lot of fiber. It's a great source of vitamin K in the broccoli. And if you look down here at your grain products, again, excellent source of fiber. There's some B vitamins listed here. And here are your essential protein type foods. Your fish here, fatty fish is a great source of omega-3 fatty acids, and the list goes on and on. So again, the more variety of different foods you have in your diet, the better chance you have of meeting your nutritional needs. So just a quick check on knowledge here. Here's our first pretest. Protein should make up what percent of your dinner plate? So just visualize a regular plate of food that you would have for, say, dinner. What percentage of that plate should your meat or protein consist of? So is the answer, say, 10%, 15%? Should the protein consist of 25% of the plate or 50% of the plate? I'm trying to circle this and it's not working out. But the answer is 25%. Um, Protein should consist of 25% of your entire dinner plate. Let's see if we can get out of this. Here's a typical American steak dinner. Remember on the previous slide, we said that the amount of meat or protein should be 25% of the entire plate. But you see the example here, the meat or the protein or this steak here takes up about 50% of the entire plate. And then you have your starch product here. The potato or French fries also taking up 50% of their entire plate. Although this probably looks pretty good to most people, this may be what you're familiar with seeing frequently, but it's the exact opposite of what's recommended. So to balance out this plate, uh, we should have a lot less of the protein. Remember, we said that protein should consist of or should make up 25% of your dinner plate, just like this. And then this starch should be another 25% of your dinner plate. If you look here, you'll see that vegetables take up 50% of the entire plate, and that's what's recommended. Vegetables or fruits and vegetables should make up 50% of your dinner plate. Okay, I know that's a little bit different than some of us are familiar with, but take a look at it. Keep this visual in mind because we're going to come back to it. This information is based off the MyPlate plan. The MyPlate plan is made by it's a plan made by the USDA. It's a government site. Tons and tons of research has gone into this. Lots of studies have been done. But basically, I use it because I like it. I think it's very simple. It's an easy visual. And again, what we're saying here is that 50% of your entire plate, every time you eat, should be fruits and vegetables on half, covering half of the plate. Your grain products, 25%, and protein, 25%, and you need dairy every day. I know I've said this a couple of times, but I really, really want to make sure that that point sticks. So again, the MyPlate site is excellent. It's full of tons and tons of information. This handout here is just doing a deeper dive into the previous slide. Instead of just saying you need 50% of your plate should be fruits and vegetables, this is going on to tell you in an entire day how many fruits, how many vegetables, exactly how many ounces of protein you should have. But I really want to share this site with you. You can use your phone to go to myplate.gov. And there's just so much information. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the site so you'll see what I mean. And there's a lot of interactive information here. So here's MyPlate again. The site will go over like shopping list. It will give you recipes and just help you to plan out each one of your meals. But if you look here at MyPlate plan, we're going to go look at that. You can make this specific for your needs. Like right here, it asks for an individual. Well, you just get started here. It's going to ask you your age, your sex, your height, weight, and your physical activity. And then it's going to calculate the number of calories that you would need for a particular day. So let's just do this real quick. We'll put down, let's say we're a 28-year-old male. No, let's do a female. Let's do a female. Either one of those things. Let's say you're 100 and say 40 pounds. The average woman is about 5'5". Let's go with that. And this will calculate how many calories you should have per day. So for women of this age, height, and weight, you should get about 2,000 calories every day. So knowing that, we can go further down here and find 2,000 calories, which is right here. When you click on it, it will show you a breakdown of how much food you need every day. For an example, you would need about 2 cups or 2 servings of fruit every day. Again, if you plan ahead of time. This could be fairly easy. Like for an example, most mornings I have that cup of yogurt that I mentioned to you. I have yogurt and I have fruit, some kind of berries on top, half a cup of berries. So that counts as one fruit. Then later that day for lunch, I'll have a banana. Those are my two fruits for the day. Every day you need about three vegetables. We're going to round everything up. So if you have what we mentioned earlier, say a sandwich with lettuce and tomato, a side of the carrots, that's going to get you two. Then for dinner, you can have green beans, and a starchy food could be potatoes. So you got your five vegetables in that quickly. Every day you need only about 6 ounces of protein or meat. Keep in mind that, and this is for a woman about 140 pounds, 5'5", what the needs would be. Keep in mind that you want to include seafood every week, actually about twice a week, and also try to include the fattier fish like salmon and tuna for the omega-3 fatty acids. Lean meats like chicken, if you're going to have ground beef, it should be like 93% lean. Chicken, turkey are all great. Also remember that eggs count as a meat, peanut butter count as meat, your dried beans, peas, lentils all count as protein, and also nuts and seeds count as protein. And every day you need about 6 ounces. And remember, if you have, say, 2 ounces, 3 ounces for lunch and 3 ounces for dinner, that will take care of your protein needs for the entire day. The other thing here, we have your grain products. Every day you need about 6 servings, and you want to make sure that most of your grain products are whole wheat products. So look on your bread label and make sure that it says whole grain or whole wheat. Make sure it has some fiber in there. When you're buying bread or pasta, cereal, rice should be brown rice, but include grain products with each meal. When I mentioned my yogurt earlier, I have granola on top of it. The sandwich has 2 pieces of bread. That's the grain products. So whole wheat products here. In the last area here, you want dairy products every single day. Milk, cheese, yogurt, all count towards your 3 servings a day of dairy products. Okay, so again, this site is just, it goes over so much. Just download the site, go to myplate.gov, and you're going to find so much information. Like if you look under healthy eating here, just click, it goes over the different food groups, how much you need, eating on the budget. This site also goes over the meal plan or the diet for different stages of life. Some lots and lots of resources like food diaries and shopping tools and various tips. So lots of recipes. You can make your own cookbook. Just tons and tons of information. So I can't emphasize enough that you want to go check out myplate.gov. All right, so back to the presentation here. Let's do a quick post test. Fruits and vegetables should make up what percent of your plate? Should it be 25%? Should fruits and vegetables make up 30% of your plate? 50% of your plate? Or should fruits and vegetables cover 75% of your entire plate? Let's see if I could do this better this time. Still not doing great. All right. The answer is 50% of your plate. So this next slide that I have here, eating a healthy diet basically requires planning. You really have to take the time to plan what you're going to have each day of the week. Like I do, like I mentioned the yogurt over and over. Um, but you have to plan it. So on Sundays, usually I'll take out three Tupperware, small Tupperware containers. Put 3 tablespoons of yogurt, Greek yogurt, and then I take about a fourth of a cup, a handful of various berries, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, and then sprinkle some granola on the top. I do about 3 of those, put them in the refrigerator. So in the morning when I get ready to go to work, I reach in there and grab my breakfast. I also grab a banana or some kind of fruit or apple or something because I know that I always get hungry around 2 or 3 o'clock. So I already have my snack ready. And the two of those two make up the 2 fruits and vegetables that I need every day. So that's taken care of earlier. You also want to make sure that you're drinking enough water. That's also going to help you to feel full and not. Sometimes you think you're hungry or you think you feel hungry when you're actually just thirsty. So make sure you're drinking enough water. Um, the minimum is about 8 cups a day. This bottle here is 16 ounces. So 4 16-ounce bottles per day will be your minimum. Around lunchtime, you could do something really simple, like we mentioned earlier. Have a turkey cheese sandwich with lettuce and tomato and a little baggie of carrots. So the carrots and the lettuce and tomato is like 2 of your vegetables. Um, Out of the way, it's recommended that you get 3, remember, at least 3. So around dinner time, you get your other vegetables in there. Um, on this particular dinner plate, we have about a 3-ounce serving of salmon, your fatty fish here that you want to include in your diet, hopefully every week. The couscous is your starch serving, and then, as we've said over and over, half of the plate here consists of vegetables or fruits and vegetables. And then after dinner, if you want a snack later, popcorn's an excellent choice, as long as it's not the movie theater type popcorn, with all the butter and um, salt. So you can compromise here and do a light popcorn with a small amount of maybe butter and salt. But the key to a healthy or consuming a healthy meal is planning. You have to take the time when you go grocery shopping, prepare out, write it down, or just think about what you're going to have every day of the week. Come home, do a little bit of prep work, prepare some lunches, prepare some breakfast meals, know what you're going to snack on, throw all that stuff in a bag the night before so that you're not having to think a whole lot the next day. Because it's guaranteed if you walk into work without any of this, you're going to get hungry. Usually, when you're hungry, you will crave high fat and high sugar foods. And that's exactly the opposite of what you want to do. So this concludes our first mini nutrition class. I really want to thank you all for listening in, and I hope that I gave you some information that you're going to be able to implement into your regular life. One thing that I forgot to mention is that you really want to be physically active. That's also a part of the whole balance thing. You want to make sure that every day, well, actually, the average American adult should get 150 minutes of activity each week. Sorry about that. That includes walking, swimming, whatever. So 150 minutes per week is about 30 minutes 4 times a week. So try to be more physically active, even if, like I said it before, even if it's just walking a few days a week. That's really going to help you to feel better, to utilize the calories better. It's going to help your metabolism. And it also sets good example for the younger people in your family. So again, thank you very much for listening to this mini nutrition class. And I look forward to talking to you all again. Have a great evening. Goodbye.